Hey everybody, this one says to multiply using the rule for finding the product of the sum and difference of two terms. What in the world is this? The rule for finding the product of the sum and difference of two terms. Well, another way to say that is a rule for finding the product of a plus b times a minus b. This is the product of the sum of a and b times the difference of a and b. We can remember the rule for this. I'm going to show you what the rule is in a second, but don't worry if you're thinking, geez, I'm never going to remember that rule. You don't have to, really. You can just multiply this together using what we already know, which is the FOIL method. But I'm going to show you this rule because it does come in handy. Could save you a little bit of time. And later down the road, when you learn factoring, knowing this rule could be helpful too. But don't stress out if you don't remember it. You can always get this product by just using the FOIL. But let's go through what the rule is. If we FOIL this, if we go through the product of a plus b times a minus b using FOIL, remember what that is. A times a is a squared. A times negative b is a negative ab. And then we take this b times a. Well, b times a, they're both positive. So it's going to be a positive BA, or we can write AB. Always write them in alphabetical order. And then positive B times negative B is a negative B squared. That's that one there. So what happens here, in the middle, these terms cancel each other out. And so the result is A squared minus B squared. And so that's what the rule is right there. If we take the product of the sum of a plus b times the difference a minus b, the result is just a squared minus b squared. It's the first term squared minus the second term squared. So that's the rule they're talking about. And if we use that rule to do this, to multiply these two together, we would say, okay, what's the first term squared? What is 7x squared? And then we're going to do minus the second term squared, where the second term is 2 squared. So we would get, well, 7x squared is 49x squared minus 2 squared is 4. So that would be the answer. And that would be sweet. However, don't worry if you're unable to remember that, or if you just don't remember that. Just use FOIL. 7x times 7x is 49x squared. 7x times 2 is a positive. 7 times 2 is 14x. Now we do the same thing with this. Distribute the negative 2 through here. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14x. And negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4. And then we can see that those terms here in the middle cancel each other out. So we end up with, well, I keep doing the wrong color there, 49x squared minus 4. All right, so it's the same thing we got before. We just had to go through a few extra steps, but not that many.